Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Come on. Set.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Black shot. Here we go. Here we go. Set.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Red, cycle. Set, punt. Red, 38. Punt, punt.
They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Set, punt.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The Steelers at 4 and 5, a game under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
50, green. Right, white. 560.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5. Richardson off the play fake. That's complete. It's Bashal Tutin. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now he'll tuck it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And Richardson back to throw it. He gets it to Johnston. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Richardson out of the shotgun. Well, this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And Johnston sent in motion. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll get this out to Tutin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown in. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Ready, break. Here we go, go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. 1st quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Lion. Dragon 60.
Richardson looking to throw this. Finds Tutin out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down. A gain of 9 yards.
We're scoreless after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Dances by him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards yards out of it, and it's second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a third down and 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
At the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Shot. 17. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Diamonds on me fight, Nick and Reese, Ike and Tina, Orange, Richard Mille on me dancing just like Bia, going against this.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Black 40. Black Ultra. Ready?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Sly able to pick this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. And do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Richardson on the bootleg here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Richardson working from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, right.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Here we smash. Red. 33. Yellow. Blue. Go. Fury. Yellow. Claws red. Hut.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow. Zoom. Red. 38. Strike. Strike. Black Ultra.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That was going to let it go deep right sideline.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading 1st half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now it's Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen to Tilton. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. Ready, go.
To the left side, he finds Teslaw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Isaac Teslaw, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 37 yards. taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Anthony Richardson, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready?
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Here we go. Set. Huh?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now the rookie's free. And they will finally hold him down at the Dolphins' 10-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Smash! Ready, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. Here we red, yellow, 10 black. Blue black. Blue striker. Ready.
2nd and 3. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set, ready. 45, white. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Black 40. Red cycle.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Thornton. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Down. Black, yellow, 43. Light blue, 6. Mega. Dog red. Set.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Thornton. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a gain of
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
60 red. 60 red. Steel, black. Hey, red. Set.
Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Ready, set.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
62 blue. Edo blue. Red, yellow. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Ready? Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and run the option. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right, because college football, second and one is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now a run here off the... And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
27, Dolphins 17.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Come on. Hey, tap the 50.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Here's Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A little juke. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Steelers 27, Dolphins 24.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. This doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 24.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco.
Get this out to about the 40. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Richardson. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. I mean, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not just giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Steelers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon.